Today is Saturday, July 23rd, and as you can see, I'm using the truck to destroy that, what do you call that, favela house that was here. And first thing I'd like to do was pull out the trailer. And yeah, it looks like it's working. It is working. This shit OSB crap here, I wonder if we could sell. Because at this point, I'm just hoping I can, get something back for the money, resources, and effort and time that I spent on removing somebody else's garbage. And you know what? I try to help people, but my heart is becoming more and more cold and how can I put it? Just hardened. And I've come to the conclusion that 99.9% of people that ask for help don't need help from somebody else. They need help from themselves. They need to help themselves first. So really, when you're asking for money, you shouldn't really be asking for more money. You should be asking for a better job, for better capacity, better, things to make yourself improve, to make you better habilitated, better capacitated for a better job that will give you more money. And like I've had I've had my home destroyed. I've had all sorts of bad things happen here. My truck was severely damaged on the storm, as you guys saw that. Um, I lost my motorhome. I had to buy that other motorhome for. I had to pay $3,200 for that thing. And today, I'm actually on welfare. I'm actually um, on welfare because, but not at one point, not at one single point have I asked anybody for anything. Anybody for any money. I didn't ask anybody for a loan. I didn't leave shit for other people to clean up. And, I'm having a hard time. I'm living by myself here, completely by myself, in the middle of a fucking forest. There's nobody to rely on, nobody to turn to. But I'm doing that with honor. That's called honor. Now, this here, and the people that were here before, I ended up helping thieves and thugs, losers, just losers, people that live off of other people's backs and other people's kindness. So I've come to the conclusion that, these people, they don't need help. I need to help myself, think more about myself and less about these people that live off of other people's backs. I've worked very hard to come here, to get to where I am today. Very hard. I didn't steal any money from anybody. I worked, you know. And some people just seem to, have it easy. Oh, I've got a problem in my back. Oh, I've got anxiety, social anxiety. You know what? Fuck you. Get yourself together. Because everybody's in the same boat. Right? Do I look like a millionaire, that's got money to spare? So, from now on, I'm going to think more about myself. Sure, I'm going to help people that actually need help. There are people in certain circumstances that actually need help. But a lot of people, and I find that most people, especially here in Canada, they're just, they're losers, drug addicts, lazy people that don't work. um, and they're leeches. They're like leeches. They live off of the government. They live off of other people. I'm in this situation right now, and I admit it. I've for 1 month now I've been on welfare because, but I've just had I literally had a natural disaster destroy my home and destroy my stuff. I had people come and steal my stuff. So, and I don't like it. I didn't like it. But today I realized I should have probably gone on it before, because all these drug addicts, these leeches, are getting ahead. They're getting money, while the hardworking people are getting nowhere. So, I've come to be more realistic, and and again, I've come to the conclusion that next time I rent things out, you don't ask me for help. Ask for work. You don't have money? Well, work. Everybody's got to do something in this world to survive. So there's not going to be any help. There's not going to be any mercy. And I'm not sure those are the right words, because for the right people, I've got plenty of patience and plenty of willingness to help. But for most of these people, like, that's not going to be tolerated anymore. I'm not going to tolerate this type of behavior anymore. This type of, I'm not going to tolerate these things anymore. I just won't. It doesn't matter if you've got kids, I'm, this, just look at this. And there's that other video. I literally had to, and there was that big fucking huge pile of crap over there too. So I'm sure you've got your problems, but I've got mine as well. So why do I get the long end of the stick? It's not fair. Really not fair. But I guess, lesson learned. When people see that I'm kind and they'll take advantage of that, well, they're going to see another side of me from now on. And that's a lesson for everyone, I guess. People view kindness as opportunity and weakness. As soon as if you tell somebody that you're an ex-con, I'm not, but I'm saying, if you tell people at a workplace or whatever that you've been into prison, they'll respect you more. They'll be a bit more afraid of you. Because when people see that you're nice and you treat everybody nicely with a smile, like I usually do. I'm usually extremely patient with people, and I try to help out. And I've helped out these people a lot, a lot, a lot. I could just do a whole video of the things that I help them with here. And they see that, and they see that as an opportunity to be lazy, take it easy, just have somebody else take care of me, just ride somebody else like a horse, and just suck that other person, as if that other person didn't have problems of their own, right? And I've got a lot of problems, a lot of problems. The destruction of the disasters that I've had here, and the garbage that I've had to deal with here, are a tiny tip of the iceberg. I've got a lot of problems. I've overcome a lot of problems. And you've probably never seen that in any of my videos. I don't let people see that. But, people just, I guess they're just selfish, they just, in some way I understand, because they were in a difficult situation, but There's people that purposefully put themselves in difficult situations, in poverty, so that they can be helped by other people. I remember there was this lady at the, I think this was even on TV at one point. But actually, I remember seeing this lady in in the town, and she always had a nasty wound on her leg, and people saw that wound, and they would give her money. Of course, you'd see that, and you'd give money, right? You'd help, give food or whatever. But at one point, somebody saw that she would always scratch that wound and always put stuff on it to make it worse, so that it would never heal. So that's an interesting little story for you there. And there's a lot of people that are like that. They don't want to work, they don't want to try, because, especially here in Canada, it's not hard for you to be a bum. It's not hard at all for you to be a lazy ass son of a bitch. It's not hard. The government has a lot of help, and I've come to find that quite a bit of help for you to live an easy enough life, without working, without, just off of the government's back or somebody else. And you combine that with living off somebody else's back, you're pretty much a leech of society, right? Some people do that intentionally. Some people, there is that small percentage, and that's maybe 0.001% of people that have just, lost their willingness to live, because the system is difficult. Being a worker, living in society today is difficult. You can barely afford gas. You need to spend years, 30, 40, 50, over 50 years to pay off a house. So it's not even easy for you to find a place to live. Right? I was fortunate enough to find this place here, which I love. But, it was pretty much a miracle. I'll tell you guys about that in another video. But at the other end, you've got these people that just use other people as a ladder to get ahead. So I'm not going to let that happen anymore. But I guess I've come to see the world in true colors. Before, I looked at a lot of these people, and I thought, oh, poor little person, I feel bad for this person, let's help them out. You know what? Now, you need to get off your fucking cigarettes, get off your goddamn couch, and go work, go do something. If you don't have work, well, do something. Find yourself some work for yourself. Go bake and sell some bread. Go, make pizzas and sell pizzas. Go sell lemonade. Go get a trade. Go work for free for somebody so that you can, again, find, habilitate yourself, train yourself. Go get into a profession. Don't just stay in your couch. Oh, I've got social anxiety. I've got this, I've got that. Move it. Don't keep making your problems worse so that you don't have to, so that you're a burden on somebody else. That's kind of what I think now. So, again, before I used to view most of these people, homeless, and, oh, the homeless, we need to help them, we need to cook for them. No, go, I've worked hard to get to where I am. You go do the same. Why should I carry you on my back while you just have a nice, easy ride? If you don't want to work, that's fine. Hell, I don't want to work. I fucking hate working. But I do what has to be done. You don't want to work? Fine. That's your problem. That's your decision. But don't make it other people pay for it. Don't make other people suffer for it. Want to live off of the government? Okay, it's not too bad, you know. Government gets a lot of money from these big rich ass companies, rich ass people. I think that's fair enough. But when you do it to somebody else that's kind of in the same situation as you, that's really bad. That's worst of the worst. Scum of the earth, maggot sucking leeches. But anyways, I just wanted to keep this here for the record. There's still a bunch of crap in there. But at the end of the day, you know, I always win. I'll pull it off. I'll get through this. I've got through a lot worse. But it does make me feel, well, I was used. I was obviously used. You know, people here, the two sets, you know, I've rented 2 spots out. And both people just used me as a stepping stone to get ahead. But you know what? I hope they take that, and I hope they use that opportunity to make their lives and make themselves better people. All right, that's it for today.